Hi folks, and welcome to Totality on the Bay in beautiful Belleville, Ontario, Canada, on Lake Ontario. Boy, the vistas are absolutely beautiful, and they will be all day long. We are live on YouTube for 3 hours at an event that is once in a lifetime for many people, and we can't wait to showcase it to you. We have 4 cameras here. It is going to be an amazing day. We can't wait to get started, but before we do, I have a story to tell because it's so important for the theme of today, because it's going to be awe. It is going to be amazing, but this is a story that's true, and it was told to me recently by a gentleman that I want to give a shout out to. Jordan Brandt is a guy who lives in Belleville, and he tells these stories about how eclipses are so important to the Six Nations. And this is why this is such an important day for everybody here in Belleville, everybody on the path of totality, but especially to our friends in the Six Nations. Now, did you know that over 1,000 years ago, or close to 1,000 years ago, an eclipse was the thing that helped the Confederacy, the Iroquois Confederacy, to start? It was an amazing story. Now, they warred, the Six Nations warred, just like we do today. And the prophet, known as the peacemaker, was the man that came down and said, no, we must have a law of peace. So he talked to all the different bands. And the one band that said no, they weren't sure, were the Seneca. So the peacemaker went to the Seneca leaders and said to them, don't look to me for the answer, look to the skies. And when they looked to the skies, August 31st, 1142, an eclipse appeared. And the Seneca leaders believed that the peacemaker had all the right answers. And that's what we're doing today. We're going to see some beautiful things in the sky, and we want to take that beautiful message of peace, because if you look at the headlines of today, our world is full of war and hate, but today it's going to turn to peace. And if Belleville, Ontario, Canada can have anything to do with that, that would be an amazing thing. We are going to present to you what we hope to be a life-changing, spectacular event for the next 3 hours. It's going to be awesome, so please stay with us. And we want to thank another person. Candace Miracle works for CBC, and she's at Six Nations right now in Brantford, and she's been telling this story. I want to give her a shout out too for allowing us to tell this story as we start the broadcast. Peace is where it is, and Belleville is going to be the start of it. And this is the start of our broadcast, because Belleville is a fantastic city. Now, we've had some issues over the last year or two, as many people know, but we are forging forth because we are a cultural city. We have the Pinnacle Playhouse, started in 1969. You want theater? Come to the Pinnacle Playhouse. The ballet, the Quinte Ballet, has internationally known as a school. It is an amazing thing. So those are just two reasons why you have to come to Belleville. But there's also music. The Belleville Commodores are one of the most amazing big bands in Canada from 1928. What a great story that is. And if you're going to talk music in Belleville, the Empire Theatre, Marc Rajat has made that place rockin'. And we have Rockfest every summer, and it's amazing the way Andy Forgey and the boys rock the city. So come on to Belleville, check out Rockfest this summer. And of course, Belleville has so many great things. DiscoverBelleville.ca is where to go to check out all the great events. We have the Waterfront Festival. It's been going for 40 years. What a great event. It's a multicultural event over on Swix Island where you can have food from all around the world. International food is Belleville food, because we are a multicultural city, and we can't wait to have you, and we can't wait to bring this amazing broadcast, because it's going to be awesome. We have a lot of things to talk about and see, hoping that the clouds clear, because Totality, of course, as you probably know by now, 3:21 here in Belleville. We have 2 minutes and 1 second of awe. We can't wait for that, so we're building and building the momentum for that. So we got lots to talk about before that. Safety issues. You can see that I've got my ISO 12312-2s right ready, and we can't wait to put those on when I start looking at the sun. So that is something we're hoping Mother Nature helps us out on that one. So what are we doing now? Okay, so let's talk about our setup here. It's a very unique setup. We have an old style truck from North Carolina. It's an old NBC News truck, and we've got a setup here. Our camera guy, I'm gonna just walk over here with my camera gal, Ella, thanks. And this is my buddy Keith, one of our crew members. Keith Sage is a isolating shot of the sun and the moon today. It's an amazing thing. So you're a nature photographer, and that's kind of what you do as a hobby, but you're a professional camera guy. Tell us a little bit about some of the things that you've done in the past.
Mainly just bird photography and waterfalls. I did with a few people last summer in the spring, and it was beautiful. I was hoping to get out there this summer and do some more. Unfortunately, we didn't have that cold of winter, so the ice buildup wasn't so good, so I didn't get out this winter to get the ice on the mist on the rocks, but maybe next winter we will look for birds coming back this summer and photography with that. I learned about this particular camera from a photo shoot that I did on the Prince Edward County Long Point and the bird observatory out that way.
Sure.
And that's how I really got into this camera itself.
All right, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the camera itself, a little bit about the specs and how we had to finagle them for this particular shoot. It's really an interesting thing. But tell us a little bit about, you seem to be very interested also in eclipses as well. So why is this particular shoot important to you?
Just because it is a historic event, it's a memorable event. There's a lot of different activities being planned around it. It's taken a while to really gain momentum. I started looking at it back in January, and that's when Barry put a post on Belleville Neighbors Facebook, and the two of us connected at that point, and we started to build this whole broadcast. And it's been quite a journey to get to this point, but I'm pleased to be a part of it, and looking forward to a great afternoon of an eclipse.
Absolutely, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the specs of the camera, because it's basically an amazing lens that we're going to be able to showcase to all the viewers. Some really fine isolated shots, so we can't wait for that. So we're just hoping that the weather cooperates here, but now we're going to talk a little bit about safety, because I think it's important that we are cloud covered, and I do have my specific ISO 12312-2s. These are very important because you can't look directly in the sun. You will severely damage your eyes. So everyone has to have them on during the time of first contact, which is at 2:08, right until C4. See, there's different contact points. The first contact is at 2:08 when the moon first touches the sun. And then the second contact, C2, is considered when it's totality, which will be at about 3:21. And then the C3 is considered when the moon starts the move off the sun, and then finally when it moves and finishes the eclipse. At that time, you have to have those glasses on. Welder's glasses are not good enough. Is there anything else that I'm missing here, Keith? Because I know that you and I talked about it yesterday, about the importance of keeping safe.
It is very important to keep safe, and you don't realize that you're damaging your eyes when you may be looking at the sun. If you do it without glasses, it takes about 6 hours or more to find out that you have damaged your eyes, and at that point it's too late. I believe 10 people in the last eclipse went blind, from what I hear, and it's because they were looking at the sun without protection. And the way you should put on your glasses is you look down, you put your glasses on, then you can look at the sun. You turn away from the sun, and then you can take your glasses off again. But you do not want to put your glasses on while you're looking up at the sun, because you could damage your eyes. And even for a few seconds, you can damage your eyes. So you want to be very, very careful. It's a beautiful thing, the sun, but you don't want to hurt your eyes, because your eyesight is a beautiful thing as well.
And I think we saw back in 2017, the last time a world leader did that. He actually looked up and he turned orange, so we don't want anyone to do that. So keep safe out there, people. It's really important. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a teaching moment here, because part of this is we just learned a little bit about the eyesight. Well, people, when they learn that I was hosting this event, he's astronaut qualified. That's true. I'm not. I have never actually walked on the moon, but I was suspended for 2 weeks for hanging one in 1975. And that's a true story. Colonel Gary Duggan from Nicholson Catholic College sent me to the cleaners, and my parents actually didn't know what a moon was, so they actually protested the fact that I was gone for 2 weeks. And it was a teaching moment because my parents had to phone my neighbors to find out what a moon was. So isn't this a beautiful moment for us that we learned that?
Yes.
Yeah, my parents, unfortunately, from Belleville, were not here today. They're up in heaven watching. My mom is saying, I can't believe you're mentioning that story, Scott. That's true. And Dad, put your pants on. Okay.
Good story.
Yeah, it is a good story. Okay, so we're getting fairly close. We got a few minutes left before C1. This is what's known as partial phase phenomenon, where we're waiting for the actual C1, which is the first contact. So we're about 8 or 9 minutes away. It's an amazing build-up. We're hoping that the crowds will get even bigger. I think that, frankly, most of the people are at Swix Island, which is just a little west of us. And apparently there are quite a few people there. But we're glad that everybody is staying safe and staying at home and watching us on YouTube. Want to give a great shout out to some businesses and make sure that if there's anybody watching out there, if you're commenting, throw out your name. We'll comment and mention you on air. We would love to, because we've had a lot of different companies come to us and help us out a lot. First and foremost, the Boathouse Restaurant. We're here on the bay, which has some of the best walleye fishing and smallmouth bass fishing in Ontario. And if you want to eat it, you have to go to the Boathouse Restaurant. It's on South Front Street. It has amazing views. It's packed right now, I know that, with people. The deck has got one of the best views in all of Belleville, and their food is amazing. Nick, thanks for treating us today. It was amazing. So the crew's going to be there after the show too. So get to the Boathouse. It's awesome. I also like to give a shout out to Meyers Brewery. They are watching in the tap house. So hello and thanks for doing that. Keith, you actually talked to a few businesses as well. It's pretty exciting that people are getting built up as we're watching this.
I did, yes. Thanks to Montana's Boston Pizza.
And Good Life Fitness.
And Good Life Fitness was generous enough to help us out with putting some of their TV screens on our live feed. And Shoeless Joe's, Chuck's Roadhouse, and there was a couple other ones out there as well. So thank you very much for doing that. Appreciate it. And the more people that we can keep safe, the happier we are as well.
Yes, also want to give a shout out to Hawkins Cheesies, who are a staple here in Belleville. They have been around for years. They are fantastic. Tony McGarvey has been so helpful with us, and we appreciate their support. And you have to appreciate they're coming up on their 75th anniversary, so it's amazing that Hawkins Cheesies have been around, an internationally known brand of cheesy. It's pretty cool. So yeah, we are just waiting for another 9 minutes or so for the first contact.
Yep.
No, we get 2 minutes and 1 second here in Belleville. We're a little jealous. The guys in Prince Edward County get 3 minutes. Nice. And I guess the longest part of Totality is over Lake Ontario, which is 4 minutes. But boy, I can't wait to see what happens with the crowd, with the animals. It's said that the animals don't know what's happening for that 2 minutes because they think it's going dark. So crickets are sounding, birds are chirping in a different way, and they know something's up. So it's going to be very interesting. We are about 3 or 4 minutes away from C1, which is contact 1, where the moon silhouette is revealed. And yeah, that's the first start of this partial phase phenomena that we've been talking about, and yeah, getting to totality, which is 321. So we're now looking at the sun and checking out Keith's view, and this is an amazing viewpoint, and it's just, this is what this lens can do. It is amazing in the last 10 or 15 years, the difference in quality in camera work and camera lenses and what we can do. And we really, really love the fact that we can bring this to you. It is going to be a spectacular day. It looks like there's a little bit of cloud clearing, which is really nice to hear and see. I can't wait because the buzz is starting. There's people continuing all day long. We've been here since about 8 in the morning, setting up, and there's people gathering. Artists are filling their easels with some great art, I'm sure, right? So I can't wait to see that. That's going to be interesting to hear from the Quinte Art Council. They've done a great job in our cultural city of Belleville. And yeah, a couple more minutes. And tell us a little bit about what's happening now.
I've got a little bit of an image on the screen of the sun.
And that's a great little monitor made specifically, as we mentioned, because of the incredible amount of light that occurs when you're trying, and very difficult for you to actually get a decent look at your image. So that's a really excellent way of doing it for the viewer.
Yes, and I'm trying to get the best focus I can on the screen. Unfortunately, the clouds are trying to steal the show away from us. When I do get a clear image, try and take a look towards the top, maybe a center, left of center, and you may see a sunspot on the sun. It was there yesterday and is again there today, and it's very difficult with the clouds to get a very clear shot. But
and we saw it yesterday through our when we were setting up. We saw it it moved quite a bit, didn't it? It seemed to move.
It did. It drifted from left to right. A fair distance, I would say, for the size of the sun to the time that we were looking at it and first observed it, and then an hour or so later it had moved quite a distance. So it was quite interesting to watch, and it's just something else to observe about the sun. And I was trying to do that yesterday with the sun, with the solar glasses on, and I was not able to get a close enough image with the glasses on. So you're not able to see the sunspots with the solar glasses, unfortunately.
Right.
The clouds are rolling across quite nicely. Beautiful clouds.
We are optimistic that by totality, in about an hour and a bit.
About an hour and 10 minutes.
Hour and 10 minutes, we're going to have totality. So right now we've already just had C1, which is contact 1, where the moon and the sun first make contact. And yeah, it's so far we haven't seen a lot because of the cloud issue, but boy, oh boy, we have a NASA feed coming up. We can't wait to show you that. That is going to be really exciting to be able to tap into, see what they're doing all over as they track the path of totality in a different angle than we are.
Exactly.
And that should be exciting. Are you looking forward to that?
I am, but the eclipse has started. We're about 5 minutes in now,
yeah.
And it will gradually get darker and darker. It doesn't get dark in 2 seconds.
Right.
It gradually gets darker and darker, just like a sunset, only this is a little bit faster than a sunset, because the moon is covering the sun, or the moon is covering the sun, shadow, for us, and it's going to get eerie.
Right.
It's a different feeling than just a regular sunset, and a lot of people, it affects people different ways. Some people get emotional.
Right.
Some people get scared.
Yeah.
So don't be scared. It's the moon covering the sun. It's going to get dark. It will get lighter again after that, I guarantee you. And then it'll be another day tomorrow.
And the way the animals are affected is very interesting, and we're going to be able to hear the birds and the crickets, as we've mentioned. But the one story that we've heard, giraffes, their reaction, they run around in circles, and a lot. I'd like to see that.
How about the turtles?
What do the turtles do?
The turtles have sex.
Really? Not with the giraffes, though.
Not with the
No,
giraffes.
The giraffes
No.
just neck. That's
No.
all they do.
No.
Okay, so
You may find deer coming out
Okay.
thinking that it's dusk, feeding. So be careful if you're driving. You don't want to run into a deer or another animal.
That's
I don't
interesting.
know,
I never thought of that.
because it will get gradually darker and darker, and some animals will think it's getting dark and it's time to go out and get some food for the day, which is what they generally do at dusk. So
Sure.
it's we're going to have some, respectively, 2 nightfalls, if you would, tonight or today. One in the afternoon and then one at night. And the animals, they don't know it's an eclipse. They just know it's getting darker, and what they do at dark, when it gets dark, that's what they do. So be careful on the roads. The raccoons and skunks might come out. Who knows? It's a nice day. They're out of hibernation now, and you want to be safe on the roads for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to take that all in, because it's only 2 minutes, right? So it's going to be lightning quick. So you have to take all that in. And another fact that I just thought that was so interesting, the Navajo, their belief is that they tell their people that to stay inside, to close all your windows and don't look outside, because they want to keep the sun and the moon together and have their privacy. I just thought, that's the way to think about this. It's such an amazing, spiritually beautiful thing. Yeah, maybe this could be the moment for us. We have a lot more on the show coming up, so we're going to go on a break just for a bit, a wide shot of the eyes of Belleville, and we're going to come back with lots of more information about cultural Belleville and what we're about to see on the eclipse 2024, Totality on the Bay. Stay with us. We're going to be here. Totality on the Bay is brought to you by the Boathouse Seafood Restaurant and Patio. The Boathouse on South Front Street in Belleville. The perfect catch. Hi, and welcome back to Totality on the Bay in beautiful Belleville, Ontario, Canada. We can see it from our Google Maps. This is a beautiful city. We are just in between Montreal and Toronto. What a great location. One of the best fishing cities in all of Canada. We have walleye, we have pickerel, we have amazing fishing, we have amazing everything here. It is the place to be, especially for Totality 2024 on April 8th. This is amazing. It's going to be an awesome experience for all of us so far. First contact was at 2:08, so we've been into it for just a bit. We've got some great images with our camera. It is awesome. We cannot wait to get to the NASA feed. We're going to do that fairly soon too, because this is an opportunity for us to showcase a different angle of this amazing eclipse. So let's get to the actual path of totality, and we're going to see where it's going to go. And we're going to be there at 3:21 here in Belleville, but it started in Mexico and comes up through the States. And of course, we are so lucky to have the Niagara region, Belleville, and then Kingston and Montreal. Apparently the skies in Montreal are clear. They are very lucky. And they're lucky in Prince Edward County. Just south of us, they have 3 minutes of totality. The lucky guys. Oh boy, can't wait to get the reactions from all my friends down there. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Paul Chappelle and his wife Amy Chappelle, who went to, in 2017, they went all the way down from Belleville to Tennessee to see the path of totality there in 2007. Now that's dedication, and they're set up in the Prince Edward County now, so I'm hoping they're enjoying their stay and they're enjoying their time there. So let's hope that there are more comments coming in, and we really enjoy it. So please, Nicole is in her hospital bed. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Hope you get better. Thank you very much for watching our live stream. This is going to be a lot of fun for the next 2 hours or so. We're hoping again that the weather cooperates. Certainly our cameras will, and we have lots of people gathering here on Meyers Pier in Belleville, Ontario. Amazing that we can do this as a live stream here with this amazing truck, and we're going to give you more details about the truck. We'll show you inside. It's, you know, it's a little bit like the Ghostbusters van crossed with the Scooby-Doo van, crossed with the City TV van, and it's all here for Belleville. This is an amazing opportunity for us to showcase a great city all around the world with this old technology blended with new technology. Elon Musk and Starlink have helped us out. We want to thank Elon. He can't quite make it. He was supposed to be here by 2:30. Unfortunately, he's probably somewhere in the States checking out the contact from there. So that's fine. So let's also check out right now some amazing visuals. Keith, you're getting some pretty decent images here. Let's
the clouds have just moved off. Well, they're moving back in again right now. I've got a really nice shot of the sun. I'm focused in quite tight. I can get a little tighter, but then I lose it. It moves
What are
actually
we
faster
seeing?
than I think.
Describe a little bit what the viewers are seeing.
We're seeing clouds over the sun right now. The sun is about 20-25% covered by the shadow at the moment. Or where shadow is coming into view. It's coming in from the bottom right and moving to the top left. And it's not visible at the moment.
Wow, timing is everything, isn't it? Boy, oh boy, we really need that cloud to...
Just as we came back from break, it was
yeah.
very good.
But it looks like there's a little bit of a break in the sun, hopefully fairly soon. And we'll get a little bit better indication of what we're looking for as we're getting towards
Here
C2.
we are right now.
Getting a little bit better now. C2 is still quite a bit away, so we're hoping that...
I'd call that about 30% right now, wouldn't you, Scott?
I would say, yeah, about 30. It's just a beautiful image, isn't it?
It's an amazing event.
We won't see an event like this in Belleville for another 375 years. It's amazing, and I was lucky enough to be part of and witness when I was 9 years old in 1972. You're dating me. Now that the sun is actually out, I'll be able to. And you put them on like this, you were saying?
That's correct.
And then you look up.
Wow, what an amazing view of the sun right now, and
Wow.
Belleville Harbor
Wow.
live streaming on YouTube.
Oh.
For you folks watching at home, that is live. And it is a very safe way to look at the sun because your eyes are not getting damaged looking at your screen the way it is. But it's very slow movement. It is gradually covering up the sun, and
Wow.
haven't noticed it getting any darker yet, but it's going to get gradually darker and darker very, very soon.
And this is what's known as partial phase phenomena. And we all wait for totality, which is only 2 minutes, but it's actually the buildup that's important. It's the after that's important because there's so much awe and there's so much inspiration that people get from the totality part that afterwards there's cheering often, there's a lot of oohs and ahs. I can't wait to see and hear what's going to happen at that time when we get to totality. So yeah, we're still 40 minutes away or so. So it looks pretty nice. We've got a little better image now.
It is
Boy.
nice that we have an image now, and the clouds have moved off for a little while, and it's the moon is covering the sun gradually, and we are coming up on about halfway to totality.
It's beautiful.
I'm just trying to see if I can see the sunspot. I can't quite focus in on it at the moment. I do see a sunspot in the upper left hand about 10 o'clock-ish. On the upper left-hand corner, there's a dot, a sunspot at about 10 o'clock. And you should be able to see that on your screen. Quite an amazing camera that I can zoom in and actually see a sunspot on the moon this distance away. But as you can see, the moon is gradually moving over covering the sun. It's a very nice image at the moment. It's a slow event, but it's a beautiful event that's taking place. Are we live?
Okay, we're back here, and this is beautiful here in Belleville as the sun is slightly coming out of the clouds, and that's what we're waiting for all day long, hoping it gets a little bit more intense as we build to Totality at 321. You know, I would be a little bit remiss if I didn't mention culture in Belleville that we mentioned before and not include sports. Look at this. Nicholson basketball. That's right, basketball in Belleville. It is one of the great sports, and Nicholson has a history like no other. We are one of the most amazing teams in all of Ontario, so we're really proud. I was proud to be part of the program. Frank Farrell and the boys, they did a great program. 60 years of senior boys basketball. Amazing. But of course, wherever I go, whenever I mention I'm from Belleville, everyone says, isn't that the home of Bobby Hull? That's right, of course it is. In fact, Brett Hull was also born in Belleville General Hospital before he moved away at a young age, so that's really cool. But Belleville's really known for the 1959 Belleville McFarlands when they won the World Championship. Boy, oh boy, what a fantastic squad that is. We are immersed in the sport of hockey here in Belleville. We have the Shaw family. We have so many great players from the last 30 or 40 years. Personally, my favorite hockey player from Belleville is Hannah Bunton. What a great story that is. Hannah represented Canada. She went to Cornell University, and now she's the face of hockey on CBC as she covers the sport. What an amazing story. She's got a great family. It's typical of what Belleville is all about. And you know what? It's not just team sports. Individual sports are great too. We have amazing things to talk about. And anybody who kind of remembers my old soccer show, and I'm going to get Keith to throw me over this baby. Check out this, my old Direct Kicks t-shirt. Well, the reason why I'm mentioning soccer is people remember Belleville as the Belleville McFarlands. I think of them as the Quinte Hellenics. Now, this is a team that I used to battle in the 1980s. This is the top senior men's soccer team in all of Canada. They absolutely dominate the Merchants Cup, one of the oldest competitive soccer cups in all of North America. So go Quinte Hellenics. Congratulations to all of the great sports here in Belleville. We have amazing things to do. On the water, on the pitch, in the rink. We have it here in Belleville. We can't wait. So this is amazing. We just want to give a shout out to all the great athletes, both male and female. So let's talk about this new thing that we put together. Come on over here. We're going to do a little bit of a demonstration. Hopefully it works a little bit better than the first one. But this is our buddy Barry Silverthorne, who is the executive director, producer, and technical director of this, has put this together, and Keith and I are going to showcase what this is all about. Tell us a little bit about this homemade tube viewer that we've put together.
This is a safe solar eclipse viewer, and what you do, there's a hole in one end, and there's a viewing screen at the back. You point it at the sun, and the image will be shown here, and you can look at this image safely as you point it at the sun. And the sun is just coming into view through the clouds, if I can find it.
It's a little difficult to find, but when you do, you can actually, it really illuminates nicely, and it makes it a safe way of viewing. And it's a nice science experiment for kids to put different pinhole cameras and whatnot. I know that science teachers are teaching the kids over the last couple of weeks about how to make these, and it's very cool. See if we can get that image.
It's very right there. It's difficult to hold.
You really have to hold it, but there it is there. Oh, there we go. That's cool.
Here it comes.
Yeah, that's really, see, as soon as the clouds leave, right, you get this beautiful image. And that allows you to view it safely, and that nice shade, it shades your eyes too. That's fantastic.
And it's drifting out again.
And we're at 250, so we're still 30 minutes away from Totality. But yeah, getting excited. And let's talk a little bit about, like we have mentioned about our setup here, but we didn't really get into much detail about the camera itself. So let's talk a little bit about the camera.
Absolutely. Thanks, Scott. It's the Nikon Coolpix P1000. I picked this up last summer, And it is a fixed camera. The lens is fixed. I cannot change the lens. It's got a 600 millimeter zoom. It brings everything about 125 times closer than it is naturally. It has a built-in zoom. It will take still pictures, video pictures. You can take stills from the video. It's got scene settings, fireworks, dusk, sports, wildlife, birds.
Sure.
It's got a moon setting. I can get excellent pictures of the moon with this. It's just fabulous. I can actually, I tell you a story. I was watching on a flight tracker, flights coming out of Toronto International, and I wanted to see the United Emirates plane go over. I tracked it when it took off. I saw it come over Belleville, and I took a shot of the underbelly of the plane, and I got a nice shot of the logo just with this camera. And it was handheld. I didn't even have a tripod set up at the time, and it was unbelievable. So I really like the capabilities of this camera. There are some restrictions as well. When we tried to get this setup going, as soon as I plugged in the HDMI out for this camera, it killed my viewer on the camera. That's why I had to go to the monitor. That's the only way I can see what's going on. I can't look at the viewer at the camera. I have a special filter on my camera, so do not use your own camera to take a picture of the sun without the proper filter, because you will damage your camera just as you could damage your eyes if you don't have the proper glasses on. And Scott, you've been looking at the sun.
No
Do not
damage
look at
here.
the sun directly. It is not a good idea.
It's probably not.
You will damage your eyes.
Safety first, kids. Safety first.
Absolutely,
Thanks for that.
safety first, yes.
Thanks for that.
So I have the same style filter on this camera right now as the solar glasses everybody's looking through, and that protects the camera, and I can take pictures of the sun anytime I want with that filter. And you can, if you've got your glasses on, you can look at the sun anytime you want. They're not just good for today, they're good for every day.
Right.
But you cannot look at the sun without them.
Right.
So it's if you're somewhere in it, you've got cloud cover and you're not able to see the sun today, you can use the sunglasses or the solar protectors tomorrow when the sun is out. But you're not going to see the eclipse, unfortunately.
Right.
And
So
we're not seeing it either at the moment.
So I mean, really, this is a camera it's more lens than it is camera.
It is more lens than it is camera. It's a low-end economical camera. When I was shopping for cameras and I was looking to do some wildlife photography, because birds especially never want to stay still while you take their picture. As soon as you get closer to them, they tend to fly away. Very frustrating. When I was pricing out cameras, I was looking at around $4,000 or $5,000 for the camera body, and another $4,000 or $5,000 for a lower priced zoom lens. So you're talking $10,000 package, and then you're also set to a certain size length as well.
Right.
With this particular camera, I've got macro as a possibility, and I've got a 600mm zoom as a possibility.
Sure.
And I was amazed at the price of this camera.
Right.
It's about $1,200–1,300 plus tax, which is an unbelievable price for what it does. Now, you're not getting the same quality as the $5,000 camera and the $10,000 lens or $5,000 lens. The chip inside this camera is similar to a cell phone chip when you're taking your pictures, and cell phone pictures have improved over the last couple of years immensely.
Right.
This technology in this camera is about the same.
Right.
The difference is the lens. You're
slower.
okay. Your cell phone is only a few millimeters thick,
Sure.
and you're only able to get so much of a picture out of that.
Right.
With the zoom lens, I can zoom right in, and since I've got a longer lens, I'm bringing the image that much closer.
Right. Okay.
So there is a difference. It's not magazine quality pictures if you're really looking to take some really good pictures, but it's certainly clear images, and I can zoom quite nicely without spending a lot of money.
Right. Sure. Great. No, that's awesome, and that's why we have such amazing footage for the people at home. And yeah, this is it's awesome that we have the opportunity in this day and age to have such quality craftsmanship. And because when I started in the business 30 years ago, you would be paying $150,000 for a camera. And today your cell phone does about the same amount of quality. So things have really changed, and things have changed the way that we're sending this video to you, because it used to be in an old truck like this, we would use a microwave dish, as we mentioned before, like at City TV, they would have the microwave dish and they would send the signal over and we would pick it up. But because we have Starlink, it makes it so much easier. So we've really turned, you know, a really cool news gathering van into a modern version of it, and it's sleeker, but it still has the beautiful nostalgia. If you take a look at the inside with our director there, say hello, Barry. There's Barry, the guy that is the brains behind the whole operation. Barry is amazing director and producer, and it is going to be a van that we use for the next several years, showcasing Belleville and Southern Ontario, some of the best events, and we're the only ones out there doing it. Sure, people can get on Instagram and go live, but we can do it with a van. We are cooler, and this is going to be a really excellent way of presenting not only the eclipse, but other great events too. And hey, we got some people that want to actually talk. Here we go. Let's have a little conversation with some people here. Hi, how you doing? Hi, I'm Scott. How you doing? Hey, Justin, come on over.
Here with my mom.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
How you doing? What's your name?
Angela.
Hi, Angela. Come here, Justin. Tell us about why you're here.
I'm gonna check out the eclipse here today. It would be nice if the sun was shining a little brighter, but still we're enjoying ourselves out here.
Absolutely. Is it something that you've been the anticipation have been building? Is that something that you've known about for a while?
Just nice to do with family, out and about for the day.
Yeah. Are you a Belleville resident?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So tell us, is this the first time you've experienced Totality?
It is. It is. Yeah. I really haven't noticed any eclipses as much, but this one is really special.
Yeah, it is.
We're not going to see it for 360 years in this area.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So it makes it awesome.
There's a good chance we're not going to be here.
True.
Well, if you live in Belleville, you will be.
Yeah.
Their life is extended greatly.
Oh, really?
Think positive, everyone.
Yeah,
Think
there you
positive.
go. Well, there you go. I mean, by that time, I'll have even more wrinkles. Oh, I don't know about that, but. So Totality's coming up in another 30 odd minutes or so. Are you really looking forward to it?
Oh, I am. Is it about 2 minutes? Is it that I think
2 minutes and 1 second we
2
get?
minutes. That's
No,
that's a different feeling.
We love the county, but they're getting 3 minutes.
Oh.
That's nice,
You have
eh?
to swim
They get
across.
3 minutes, and apparently it's 4 minutes over Lake Ontario. So if you were in a boat, maybe you'd be able to
And-
experience for a bit longer.
You guys are with Groovebox, is it?
Well, no, Groovebox is a subsidiary of what we do. We're actually Totality on the Bay. We're a traveling TV production company.
Okay, great.
So we're doing this live on YouTube, and we have events throughout the summer that we're going to be covering live through Starlink, which is
Starlink satellite,
Elon Musk's.
Musk's, yeah.
So yes, so we're doing this live, and you're live on TV right now. Is there anything, any people you want to shout out to?
Well, for one thing, Belleville is a great viewing area.
Fantastic.
Nighttime viewing here is fantastic. I've seen those Elon Musk satellites you're talking about.
Yes.
I didn't know what it was, but I counted 23 of those moving stars,
Right.
it looks like.
Yeah, that was a couple months
Awesome.
ago there,
Yes,
right? Yeah,
I've
that was
seen
pretty
it
neat.
twice
Mom
now.
showed me the pictures of
Yeah,
that.
this area gets great sunsets. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Belleville is a beautiful spot.
It
isn't it?
is.
Yeah, we're trying to
Give
pump it up.
a shout out to friends and family. Shine bread, everyone.
There you go.
And
Nice.
I'd like to say hi, Doug Lazat and Rusty in Cardigan, PEI.
Oh my goodness, that's where I saw an eclipse on July 10th, 1972 in PEI.
Wow.
And yeah, so that's great. If you're watching from PEI, shout out to everybody in the East Coast. Shout out to my sister Sandy and Jim watching from Halifax. I know that you are. And I've got family out in Victoria. Sheila is watching out there, and Sheena and Brian too. So it's an amazing event. We hope that our cameras can pick up all the great shots. Unfortunately, Mother Nature is acting up a little bit right now, but we are, as we said from the beginning, it's going to get dark regardless of whether the sun is out or not. So there is going to be some great things happening. So, and we really appreciate you guys coming over and saying hello.
Thank you.
And
so
enjoy the
much.
rest of your time.
Thank
It's
you.
going to be awesome because, yeah,
Get ready for the dark.
yes, exactly. Where were you?
Thank you.
When the lights went out?
And
Yeah,
do you guys
we
have
know where we are. We're
We don't know. Just Totality on the Bay is the
we
website.
15 minutes.
On YouTube.
Oh boy,
Picture of that, then I'll know what to look at.
people are getting hyped. 15 minutes to Totality, guys. This is going to be exciting because, yeah, we've been building for it, haven't we,
We
Keith?
have been building for it, yes.
And this is great because, yeah, you just see the sun peeking out too.
Just a moment ago, we were
Just-
able to cut to a live shot of the sun, and it was a beautiful image. Looks like it's about 75% coverage now.
Right?
Do you feel the temperature dropping?
I do.
It's
I
cooling
just felt
off, right?
that. That's-
It's getting
Yeah.
chilly.
Oh yeah. Yep. There are people, I wouldn't say they're gathering any more than they were last hour, but they're certainly anticipating what should be an amazing event because Totality is a once in a lifetime generally moment. Unless you're a complete sky freak and you go from place to place during all the different kinds of eclipses that happen all over the world, right? So you have to know that, oh boy, look at that. You have to know that people will travel a long way. And we just lost it a bit there. Oh.
We saw it for a moment. It was
Saw it for a moment, yeah, a nice crescent.
That's okay.
And again, we're fairly close. We're now at 310. What do you think?
really cooling off. I can really
you feel it,
cooling
hey?
off, yes.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
It's getting darker. It's getting darker. You can tell it should be a lot brighter than it is.
Let's go talk to another viewer here. We got Toronto,
Hi, Chris.
Toronto FC. All right, he's a footy fan. I like this.
Yeah,
Tell me your name.
Chris.
Hi, Chris. Are you from the local area?
Tweed and Toronto.
Okay, and Toronto.
Yeah,
Okay, that's why you got the
yeah,
Toronto
exactly.
FC
Yeah,
jersey.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
tell us what you're experiencing, why you came down here.
Once in a lifetime event. You know, it's just you can't miss it. I mean, one opportunity to see something like this, I guess.
Right.
So,
Is this something that you learned about recently, or is it something you've been tracking for a while?
It's been all over the news. I mean, as a youngster, I always had an interest in astronomy, but this is an event that it doesn't matter what your interests are. I mean, everybody takes an interest in today's event, I think.
Are you surprised at the crowds? What do you think?
I am. I thought there'd be a little bit more people out, but
Yeah.
maybe they're erring on the side of caution. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, we've been telling people for the last couple of weeks to stay inside and watch our YouTube live, so to stay safe. I'm not sure how much that message really got out, but the other thing is we've been told that there were kind of rumors that this place was going to be closed and that Swix Island was the actual viewing spot from Belleville. So it might be the reason why there aren't as many in the crowd, but apparently we've heard Swix Island is absolutely packed with people. And that's not surprising because the viewpoint from any place in Belleville along the waterfront is amazing. We happen to have one of the best for sure, but Swix Island is great too. So I'm hoping that everybody that's at Swix are enjoying it as much as we are, despite the fact that the weather isn't cooperating perfectly, but it's not bad at all.
It's
So.
not too bad. We're getting glimpses of it through the cloud cover, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks a lot for
Thank
chatting.
you.
I really
Thanks
appreciate
very
it.
much.
Thanks for coming over.
Thank you.
And enjoy the rest of the day.
I will. You too.
Yeah,
Take care.
for sure. Hey guys, come on over. Hey, where are you guys from?
Oh, from Belleville.
Oh, you're from Belleville, eh?
Yeah.
So, hey, what's your name?
Abraham.
Abraham?
Yeah.
Hey.
Shijo.
Albert.
Hey. So tell us a little bit why you're down here.
To see the solar eclipse.
Yeah.
We are super excited.
Yeah.
And we are looking forward to see this today. So it's a little bit cloudy today. So we hope we can see that.
Right.
Yep.
Did you hear about that we're broadcasting live on YouTube?
Yes.
I just told them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, eh?
Right.
It's only once in a lifetime, right? So next time it's happening after maybe 10 or 20 years, right?
Right.
They just came to work for this.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Just came from my work.
Oh, is that right? Where do you work? Give a shout out.
Pathways
We both
to
are working in Pathways to Independence.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, they know you're down here then, eh? we're not. Yeah, they do now. Yeah, so we'll give them a shout out. That'll be fine. That's awesome. Really appreciate you guys coming over. Is there anything else? Like, have you been waiting for this for a while? Is this something that you've known about?
Not really, but we are interested. Well, most of my colleagues and friends told me about this, so we are also excited to see. So they told it's a once in a lifetime experience, so we should not miss that, right? So we are here for that.
Yeah, it's coming up fairly soon too, right?
Yeah.
We've only got
Just
6 or 7 minutes left.
yeah.
Yeah, so enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, have fun and
Thank you.
thanks for coming
Thanks a
down.
lot.
Really appreciate talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, we have some more people who want to chat. How are you? I'm Scott.
Yeah, Breno.
Hey, come on over here. Tell us why you're down here and where are you from?
So I'm actually originally from Brazil, but I actually from Belleville now. It's been 2 years that I live here.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, so it's great that we can have the opportunity to actually see the total eclipse from here. So it's awesome. So I just left work, wanna take a look at the eclipse and then come back to it. So
Sure.
yeah.
What part of Brazil?
So I'm from Minas Gerais. It's close to São Paulo, 5
Yeah.
hours away from the main capital there. So yeah, it's been 4 or 5, almost 5 years that I'm here already.
Is that
in
right?
Canada,
Eh?
yes.
How do you like Belleville?
Oh, I love Belleville. It's such a calm city, and that's the bay around us, and it's such a great place to live. So I actually love it here. Yeah.
Right. Now, I mean, I just gave a shout out on live TV to my friends, the Quinte Hellenics. Do you know anything about the Quinte Hellenics?
No, not
Oh,
yet.
okay, they're a football team? You play football?
No, I don't play
Oh,
football.
okay.
I'm more like a basketball guy.
Oh, you're a basketball guy. Oh, Nicholson basketball.
Nice,
Don't make me dunk it over you. Well, the Quinte Hellenics, just when you said Brazil, hey, football,
Yes,
right?
football.
So,
That's this, yeah.
So you're a basketball guy, are you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a football fan, but I'm a basketball player kind of guy.
Is that
I'm
right?
not a good player, but I like to play more. That's
all. That's all that matters is that you enjoy the sport, right? And that you enjoy Belleville. That's pretty cool.
Yes,
that you're,
I do. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I love Belleville. It's such
Yeah.
a great place. Yeah.
We're showcasing our city on the broadcast, and we keep repeating how great it is, and it's nice to see so many people from other parts of the world come here and enjoy what we have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just love that so much.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for talking.
Thank you. No
Okay.
worries. Enjoy.
Hey, see, just another person from Belleville. He is one of ours now, and he's from Brazil. That's so cool. That's what makes Belleville so great, and we have more people.
Sorry to jump in.
Hey.
Real quick, we're both 5 minutes away from Totality, and it looks beautiful at the moment.
Okay, come on in for sure. We have 5 minutes to Totality, people, as Keith was mentioning, and this is the thing about live television is that there's often guys mentioning things off camera that I have to get to, and I have to be saddled in sometimes, And we have more guests. This is amazing because so many people are interested in being here. Tell us a little bit. First of all, your name.
Terrence.
Hi. Hi. Why are you here?
To see the eclipses.
Where are you from? Are you from
Toronto.
You came all the way from Toronto.
Yeah.
Tell us why you came from all this way. That's very good. You must be
because
excited.
because I have a house here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you come down and then this was the perfect spot.
Yeah, I come for fishing and
Right.
you always come for fishing and enjoy the weekend here.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what kind of fish?
Pickerel, bass, all kind of fishes.
Nice. Can you introduce these your sons? Hi. What's your name?
Marcus.
Hey, what's your name?
Lucas.
There's Lucas.
I'm Richard.
And there's Richard. We got 3 great kids and your pop? Your dad?
I'm the father of
Oh, that's amazing.
He's a classmate.
Oh, classmates. Okay, there you go. And it's a great teaching moment as we've been trying to teach people a little bit more information about how eclipses work and whatnot. And they're certainly not getting a lot of information from me, but Keith, my partner, who knows more about it than I do and all that. So we are getting a teaching moment here, and it's great to see that you got your kids here to learn a little bit more about what they're going to be seeing today, because we're about 3 or 4 minutes away from Totality. It's going to be pretty amazing, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off these glasses and I'm going to put on the safety ones.
Yeah.
And then look down, and then I'm going to start looking at the sky now because I had to do my work, but now...
You're going to be, what, 10 minutes away?
Less than 10, it's only a few minutes.
3 to 5.
Oh.
3 to 5 minutes from Totality.
Yeah.
And I could see through that, I could see through these glasses the crescent there, and that it's...
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Okay.
And it's...
See, Cuckoo. We're going to stay here, okay?
That's amazing.
We're going to stay here.
Clouds are getting in the way, but we're having some great images of the solar eclipse live in Belleville.
Oh, the images, Keith?
The images are amazing when the clouds cooperate. And the clouds are drifting in once again. This is not so good. It's getting dark, it's getting eerie down here.
Less than a couple minutes.
Sorry we don't have an image at the moment on. I'm hearing that there's a lot of buffering on YouTube right now. There's thousands of YouTubers streaming from all over North America, and I think that YouTube is a little overwhelmed. So sorry for the buffering, folks. We're doing our best at this end. Starlink is doing their thing, but once it goes out, so unfortunately we have to put up with the buffering as well.
Yeah, this is not good for the viewers, but we're doing our best to...
Our signal is strong, our signal is good. We have no technical issues at this point except for the clouds in our way.
And we are about a minute
of totality.
So the countdown is fairly...
We are not going to be able to experience Bailey's beads, and then 5 seconds later, the diamond ring.
Unfortunately, yeah.
We have cloud cover. It's getting very dark very fast right now. This is amazing. This is eerie.
And this is the big thing because, again, Bailey's beads is the part when they just the start of Totality. And then, of course, the diamond ring, right? So, but we're getting pretty close. It's getting quite dark and getting cold, too.
It's getting very, very dark. Yes. Everybody leaves their headlights on at the moment. It's getting dark very fast.
This is
lights on Meyers Pier now illuminated.
It won't
the
take long.
walkway along the bay is illuminated.
Wow.
And we are approaching Totality.
We're within about 30 seconds. I can see the birds. And we're just going to keep quiet. Two minutes.
Can't see it. Oh, no. Sorry. According to the clock, yes. Should be pretty much cold now.
Trying to listen as best I can. It's pretty close to the end. Pretty close to the end. People are have their cell phones out and recording just the sound of nothing. And cold. Definitely the chill is in the air. People with cell phones, everyone has their cell phone out. Like recording what they're seeing and hearing.
I don't hear any crickets.
No, the audio part didn't come through, but there were a lot of people oohing and awing, so. But look at the colors. If you come here, look at the colors of the sky over here. Ella, check this out. It's beautiful. Check this out, how beautiful that is over on the Prince Edward County. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And now it starts to get significantly
It's getting lighter now, and I can see a piece of the sun coming back.
And this is what is considered C3, so we have to get our glasses back on.
I don't think you need to wear glasses now.
And then we can take a look. And if the viewers can see it, if we can get that through Keith's camera, this is what's considered contact 3, C3, which is when the moon starts to move off the sun. And it's when it moves it completely off the sun is when it's C4, and that's the end of the eclipse. But this is part that's, how we...
It's difficult right now. My filter is so strong, I can't overpower the clouds, and I'm not able to grab an image. I'm trying to find the sun, and it's just not enough sun to grab on the camera. And
unfortunately,
the
we
clouds are
were unable to see any of the Bailey's beads, the engagement ring, which is the nice little ring, and the corona. That's what most astronomers are looking for, and most people are looking for. And you kind of go with the weather, right? So we tried to give you the best images that we could based on our cameras. And yeah, it certainly, it got cold very quickly here. And then, yeah, I mean,
it's getting brighter rapidly now.
Yes, no kidding. And we're going to take a quick break. We're going to go to the Eyes of Belleville, and we'll be back soon. We still got more. Hi folks, and welcome back to Totality on the Bay. Well, it wasn't exactly what we were hoping for, but that's what Mother Nature does sometimes, puts clouds in our way. You are not a cloud to do that. I told you that, Mother Nature, but she's not listening to me, but that's okay. We have to tell the people and the viewers, we want to thank you for viewing, but you know, sometimes when our director gets a black screen and all he gets is cloud, we can't show that. So yeah, we had a few comments, but that's okay. There's some negativity out there, but there's also positivity because we have amazing artists. We've been talking about the culture in Belleville for the entire show. And the Quinte Art Council comes here to this beautiful spot. And we're going to talk to Janet a little bit about what they were doing. Janet, thanks for being on the show, and tell us a little bit about what you guys did today.
Thank you. So we did plein air in the path of totality. We had just about 20 artists stationed all over Meyers Pier, and everyone ranged from, they were as young as 7 all the way up to very experienced painters, and painted for, some of them started around 1, but they painted for the duration, the whole progress of the eclipse.
That's fantastic. And Ella, if you want to just take a look at some of this artwork. Now, your name and when did you start this painting?
My name is Harshdeep Singh, and I started painting with my brother, and that's my first time when I started painting. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
First time. Yeah.
That's a first time paint. Oh, that's fantastic. Way to go. That's great. So let's move on to here. What's your name, sir?
My name is Chirag Parcha, and we started painting around 1:30 or 1, and that's a landscape view of the bridge and the solar eclipse. That's the best I could do, and we enjoyed it. All of us.
Fantastic. All right, let's go move on to the next. Your name, sir?
I'm Keith Thurgood.
Hi, Keith. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, I started painting around 2:30, and I had to paint really slowly, which for me, normally I'd finish in 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
But because the clips take so long,
Sure.
I had to paint really slowly.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Well, you did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
That's awesome. Got the anchorage there. That's fantastic. So let's take a quick look at the next one. Hey,
I
your
am
name?
Daniel Faubert.
Daniel.
Yeah, from the county here. And,
Nice. Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is started about 12:30.
Fantastic.
I used the knife for the entire painting, and palette knife that is. And yeah, it was a great event.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. That looks fantastic. Let's go on to our next artist.
Hi, Kim Fedor. I live in downtown Belleville.
Nice.
So the clouds were moving so fast today and the sun
Yeah.
kept disappearing, but it looked a little green at some times. We got a little bit of glow, some silver, so
Nice.
it's a fun day.
That's fabulous. It looks really nice. Oh.
Hi, I'm Margaret Rattan. I live in Belleville, and this is kind of obvious, I think, what I did, but this is actually her.
Oh, nice.
This is Kim painting.
Nice.
She had a brown top on, and then she put her red coat on, so I made it red, which was give it a pop of color.
No, that's fantastic. And last, but certainly not least, I've got a hat just like that at home.
Do you?
Lovely, yes. Tell us about your name and.
My name is Sarah Wynn. I was painting at about the same time as Margaret. I was trying to do 4 panels, but I didn't have enough time. So I'll finish it when I get home, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Everybody collectively, did you enjoy yourself here at the Eclipse?
Yes.
Once in a lifetime
A little
event.
cold, but
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where, again, like we've been mentioning since the broadcast started, that it is, you just have to take your chances. If it was yesterday when the sky was beautiful, we would have had incredible images. So you get what you get, and we just want to thank everybody for viewing, everybody that was subscribing and commenting, whether it was good or bad. Hey, we had a lot of fun out here because we believe we have the absolutely best crew. I want to thank all the people that are members of this crew. Jerry has done a great job doing camera work for us. Ella Chapman, thank you so much for putting up with me all day. And of course, Keith Sage is the guy who is isolating amazing shots when we had the opportunity to. So thanks very much for all the information and helping me out in a couple of the displays and teaching some people out there. Would like to thank everybody at the Quinte Art Council, but gotta give a great shout out to the man who's behind all this. Barry Silverthorne, our director and producer in the truck. He's very camera shy, but there's his left hand. And we want to thank him because he's done a great job. I want to thank Belleville, the city of Belleville, for supporting what we've been doing. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate all your viewers, all the people that were watching from the Boathouse. We're going to be there soon. We're going to have a cold beer and some great food. So if you're there, check out the Boathouse when you're in Belleville and all the great events on Belleville. Discover belleville.ca. That is a wrap here on Meyers Pier. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you, everybody.
Wow, we got a couple of claps here, and I didn't have to pay them that much. That's awesome. Totality on the Bay, and we will see you next time in 375 years. Can't wait. Do your push-ups. Make sure you eat right, and you'll be there in 375 years. We'll see you next time on Totality on the Bay 2.